This book is about Mamie Wells, who calls herself Wren. She has severe depression. Her life is an endless cycle of waking up, running until she can't think or feel anymore, then drugging herself to sleep. That's on the days she can get herself out of bed, which isn't always the case. Wren lives in the Northeast woods with her father. He's a famous artist, and to be honest, he's an absentee parent. She goes weeks at a time without seeing him. If my daughter was so depressed she couldn't leave bed most days, I would make an effort to talk to her. Wren is riding her bike when a car comes up suddenly. Her bike is destroyed. The driver is Cal Owens, a guy a few years older than her. He's pretty worried about Wren. She tells Lies to get rid of him. The truth is, she doesn't care about the bike. The injured bike is nothing compared to her injured psyche. She almost cracks up when she says everything's fine, because everything is wrong. Everything is not fine. She runs as far as she can, but she can't outrun her feelings. She breaks down crying for the first time in months. When she sees Cal again, she notes that he's gorgeous and smells nice. That's when I realize this is a romance novel. I don't think romance fits the story very well. It's hard to go from extreme emotional despair on one page to the next page, ooh, the cute guy smells nice. Those don't fit together. We learn a little about why Ren is so depressed. Her boyfriend Patrick died in a car crash while she was in the passenger seat. Ren becomes mostly silent for a while and struggles to act like a normal person in town. Normal? Life is an abnormality. Dad gets Ren some jobs so they can tell Mom that Ren is okay. Her first job is at the library. She doesn't do much there besides read sad poetry. Her second job is working as Cal's chauffeur when he can't drive. She gets mad because she's awkward at talking, keeps saying the wrong things. She's out of practice. She normally talks like that, by the way. Short, choppy sentences, that's the narration style. It turns out Cal is a lot like Ren. His mother died of MS. When he found out he has it too, he quit college, broke up with his girlfriend, and came here to live alone. So they both left a life behind after a big tragedy. I think their connection, due to their similar experiences and mutual depression, works far better than the romance angle. Ren can't handle his angry, sad story, and she really can't handle it when he tries to console her. She gets mad and swears at him. This book has swearing, by the way. It has all the big swear words. Ren spends a week hardened. She throws her bicycle off of a cliff, and Cal sort of changes personalities. At the start, he was so concerned about Ren he couldn't leave her alone. Now that she is his pseudo-girlfriend, he doesn't contact her. He's too angry and depressed to ever contact her. She has to contact him. Cal feels terrible after his parents check in on him, and Ren says he makes her feel alive again, or at least less ruined. Ren finally confesses what happened to her. Honestly, I think this should have happened way sooner in the book. We're 140 pages in. That is a long time to read about Ren's depression without knowing the source. Ren wanted to break up with Patrick at the end of senior year. They went to a big drinking party where she got a positive pregnancy test. She panicked and broke up with him immediately. They had a huge fight. He drove her home despite being super angry and drunk. That's when he crashed the car and died while she miscarried. Cal tries to convince her she's not being punished for what happened. She feels slightly better and wonders how she and Cal managed to find each other in the darkness. Christmas is nice, and there's a big farewell party for Mary. Mary is Dad's college apprentice whose term is up. Dad ruins the party by openly insulting Mary for being a good person. I can't believe you're a good person. What a waste of a student you are. Dad is a jerk, and so is Cal's brother, who threatens Ren because he thinks, you're all wrong for Cal. Stay away from him. Ren decides to hate Mary's replacement forever, in part because he's always happy. How could someone be happy when the world is so terrible? She goes running to avoid him, but he invites himself along, which is super annoying. I hate when people do that stuff. A gossipy neighbor tells Cal that Ren was jogging with another guy. Cal is so upset he starts shaking. Even though Ren usually has no problem insulting people she hates, she can't tell Cal the truth of what happened because the book wants to milk this drama cow for all it's worth. Mom comes to visit and she forces Ren to see a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist part is an interesting, long chapter. Ren is angry and scared the whole time. Then there's an out of place chapter where Mary calls and they have cute, gossipy romance talk about their boyfriends. Your boyfriend is so cute. No, your boyfriend is so cute. That doesn't seem to fit the story at all. Then we go back to drama. Patrick's sister sends Ren hate mail. Ren is so upset she can't go to sleep, even with her pills. She runs in the snow in the middle of the night. She almost freezes to death. Cal saves her, but his old girlfriend's there. Ren assumes Cal is gonna break up with her, so she runs away again. She wakes up in the hospital, where she and Cal repair their relationship. They clear the air about everything. He says, "You're not a complication. You're the only air I can stand to breathe." I kind of wish the book ended here, but we've got another 80-something pages left. Ren returns home. Dad announces his girlfriend is moving in. Ren gets extra mad and sassy because she thinks this is a suicide watch. They want someone watching her full time because they can't trust her. Dad's girlfriend understands what Ren is going through because she had a stillborn baby, which ruined her marriage and her life for years. She says you eventually learn how to live with all of it. You don't have to stay caught in the past. You can allow yourself to feel grief. Dad's girlfriend is such a great grief counselor. I wonder why she didn't talk to Ren about this any time in the past 5 months. I'm surprised Ren's pregnancy didn't come up in this chapter. It would have been relevant as both women carried babies who died. There are a few chapters where Ren's best friend Meredith arrives. Meredith is refreshingly blunt, but also a shallow jerk. I don't know why they're friends. She doesn't understand what Ren is going through. She just wants Ren to return to normal. Like that's possible. Sorry for not grieving on your schedule, Meredith. They go to see Cal, who's lying on the couch and can't get up. He's been like this for over a day. He's furious to be seen at a low point. The doctor says Cal desperately needs treatment for his MS. Cal is refusing all treatment because he doesn't want to admit he has a problem. That's very similar to what Ren is going through. Ren convinces Cal to take the treatment, and she thinks she feels okay. The end. Post-book follow-up. I had trouble reading this book, partly because it's 350 pages long. It takes a long time to read. It's mostly dark despair stuff, especially in the first part where there are no other characters besides Ren and Cal. I would have introduced the other characters sooner, and I would have gone into the backstory with Patrick at the start instead of holding off on it for 40% of the book. I would have had like this totally terrifying chapter as the prologue to the book where we see him die. That would have been really disturbing, actually. But I would have done it anyway. It would have been super dramatic. Without that context, the first part of the book is a long trudge through Ren's depression. There were serious moments which felt true to life, but there were also moments where I got annoyed at Ren for being whiny about everything. And this mostly happened during conversations. I got mad at her during conversations. She treats every conversation like a fight, like each sentence is an attack on her being. I got sick of the angry running commentary. The romance was okay, I guess. I don't understand the desire to put a love triangle in a book about severe grief. It doesn't fit the mood at all. You might have noticed that with all the discussion of what Ren is going through, there's no time left over for what Cal is going through. Their relationship is very one-sided. He claims that she's helping him a lot, but how? What does she do besides visit you occasionally? Overall, the book is well done. It's a great debut from a new author. It's just not the book for me. I can't handle someone complaining for over 300 pages. I can not really handle it if it's somebody complaining for over 100 pages, so 300 pages of complaining is just way too much for me. Also, thanks to the coronavirus pandemic, I have no desire to read dark books about death. I'm kind of living it. I know people who have died. You know, if I wanted to read despair literature, I would read Edgar Allan Poe. Since I didn't like this book, I would give it a low score, but that is unfair to the book. It is not the book's fault. I'm not in the mood for this genre. So I will refrain from giving it a score.